Today on Most Buffalo, Pride Month celebrations continue across Western New York. From parades to festivals, we'll show you how Niagara County is celebrating inclusion, belonging, and just being yourself. Plus, as Buffalo marks 50 years of Juneteenth, see how a Smithsonian-backed project is preserving Black history across Western New York. And one of Western New York's biggest fundraisers is about to take over the ice. The 11-day Powerplay returns this week. What you can expect ahead of puck drop as thousands are coming together in the fight against cancer. Most Buffalo starts right now. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Most Buffalo. I'm Courtney Cortright. Well, it is a busy week across Western New York. I feel like that always happens when we get into the warmer months. We start with Pride Month and celebrations happening all across our focusing on what's still to come in Niagara County. Niagara Pride started earlier this month with more events planned over the next couple of weeks or so, the next 2 weeks. Organizers say it's all meant to bring people together while honoring identity, connection, and community. So joining us now is Sherry Fawcett, the Director of Programming for Niagara Pride. Thank you so much for being here with us today, Sherry.
Yes.
So, okay, we have a lot to talk about. We were just talking about a list of things, right? So let's start, for those who don't know, what is the mission of Niagara Pride?
To bring the community together, to let them know that there's a safe place within Niagara County or all over. That's all we want them to know. We're there for them.
Yeah, and with resources too.
Resources, we have senior drop-ins. We're trying to get a youth drop-in. The youth are tough. They're tough. And we have game nights, just a variety of things going on for the community. And now we have all of our Pride events.
Yes, so let's start with some of those. Okay, do you want to start with what's going on this weekend, or you want to take us back and tell us what you've already done first?
We'll go back.
All right.
First, we had, well, it was supposed to be Pride Now, which is Newfane, Olcott, Wilson. Bad weather kind of ended up, we're having to cancel it, and then it was sunny all day. So then moving forward, we had the Pride Parade the next day here in Buffalo, which was absolutely fabulous. Yeah. And then this last weekend, we had Lockport Pride, which was at the Keenan Center. It was just fabulous. It was a great day. Lots of things to do, activities indoors, outdoors, or mostly indoors, but vendors, food, and all of that. And then coming up really soon, we're going to have North Tonawanda Pride. Yep, North Tonawanda Pride, I gotta get them all straight.
Yeah.
And then the next one will be Rainbow City Pride, which is my crowning glory and my pride and joy. We're going to be having, we're going to be having a Trailblazer Walk, which is going to be with Ari Moore, Kitty and Cheryl Lambert, and Carol Spezer, and Camille Hopkins. And you're going to get to talk to each and every one of them. You can ask them questions on the Trailblazer Walk.
Cool.
And then it's just going to be, after that, all-day festivities. And then my pride and joy is they light up the falls in rainbow colors in the evening. It's a sight to behold. It's just, and everybody's there. You have visitors from other countries, so you start kind of talking to them, and we kind of say, yes, this is Niagara Pride, blah, 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 and all that. So it's just, it's a wonderful day.
It must be so awesome to see everybody kind of come together, not only from our community, but to really see people from all over come together.
All over the world. I mean, you hear languages, you're like, oh my gosh, that's German. Oh my gosh, that's French. And they may not totally understand, but I think everybody understands the rainbow.
Exactly.
To me, it's happiness and joy and all that. So I think they do.
And a lot of planning goes into these events. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on this weekend and how long it takes to plan that.
Rainbow City takes, as soon as we start, when it ends, we're talking about what we're going to do in 2027.
Yeah.
I mean, we're walking around watching things executing that day and going, well, maybe we'll get this person to come in and speak to us, or maybe we'll have this vendor or that. And it's just, it's nonstop.
And to be able to connect the community in this way, to connect a welcoming space for everybody, especially being the Director of Programming, how does it make you feel to be able to really showcase that in one space?
I feel so proud that we pull this off every year. And each year it's getting bigger and better. There's more things for people to do, having something for the youth and something for everyone. So it makes me so proud. I can't stop smiling about it.
And we only have about 15
Yes.
seconds left or so, but you know, while Pride Month is observed in June, the message of inclusion and support extends beyond that single month.
Yes, it does.
Can you talk to us a little bit about why that's so important and what's the, you know, the significance of that?
The importance of it is right now, the world it's kind of shaky, per se. And we need to show our solidarity and our support to the community and telling that they know they have a safe place with Niagara Pride and knowing our doors are always open to them.
Beautiful message, Sherry. Thank you so much for coming on Most Buffalo today. We appreciate you. We'll see you out there over the weekend.
One more thing, though, if I could throw it in there. We are trying to get a mobile Pride unit, a vehicle, and we are looking to different dealerships and things like that. So I just want to get that word out there because we need that to get to our rural communities in Newfane, Olcott, Wilson, where people, seniors and kids can't get to us. So that's our big goal now, is to get that vehicle, van, whatever it is, with 4 wheels and a steering wheel.
Thank you so much, Sherry. We appreciate that. We'll be sure to include that on our website as well for you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sherry. And this Pride Month, we're highlighting a space in Buffalo's Allentown neighborhood that has become a place for community and connection. 26 Allen has grown into a welcoming gathering spot where people can come together and just find a sense of belonging. Channel 2's Chelsea Swift shows us how spaces like this help bring this year's theme, Rooted in Pride, to life.
For many in Buffalo's LGBTQ+ community, safe spaces are about more than just a place to go out.
It means more than physical safety. It means being able to walk into a room and be who you want to be and feel welcome.
Michael Mach says that's exactly what inspired 26 Allen, an Allentown bar he and 3 other co-owners opened 3 years ago.
We have a saying up on the wall that we've written, and it just says, you know, if you don't understand a bar or a club as a safe space, you've never been afraid to hold someone's hand in public. And that just rings true throughout the whole thing. We just want to be a space that people can come, they can be themselves without fear of retribution.
The goal, create a space where everyone is welcome and where people can show up as themselves without fear. Longtime Buffalo resident Anthony Chase says there's value in having a place for queer people to gather. He says 40 years ago, social attitudes were different, and some expressed hatred towards the LGBTQ+ community.
And there's a history of that, you know, a history of violence, of oppression. It's, you know, we joke a lot, but that's real. And so queer spaces continue to be very important. And to Buffalo, it's very important that 26 reinvented itself.
The owners of 26 say they wanted the bar to be inclusive.
Queer bars historically in the past have been, you know, very centered around a specific community, either a gay bar, a lesbian bar, something, you know, very specific. And we wanted to throw that out when we walked in. This was a bar for queer people.
That inclusivity is something Val Lopez says is felt beyond the bar itself, including Buffalo's Queer Run Club. The group gathers at 6 p.m. every Tuesday, and the first Tuesday of the month, they meet at 26.
You think queer Buffalo, you're just like, oh, 26. I haven't lived in Buffalo that long, maybe 2 years, and I feel like it's one of the first places I came and definitely felt comfortable.
Lopez says the Run Club was created not just for fitness, but to be a safe space for people who are interested in running and meeting new people. And Chase says queer bars and clubs like 26 have made Western New York a more accepting place.
The first same-sex marriage in the state of New York, Niagara Falls, 2 women got married there. Buffalo has been at the forefront for decades. And a lot of it is these bars, these queer spaces, have made it so.
And that was our Chelsea Swift reporting. New on Most Buffalo, hip-hop star A Boogie with Da Hoodie is coming to Buffalo this fall. The chart-topping artist will headline KeyBank Center on Friday, September 18th, with special guests, including DaBaby. The Bronx native is known for hits like Drowning and Swervin'. Tickets go on sale Friday morning at 10 o'clock. And soon, you'll have a reason to boogie over to the Walden Galleria. IKEA is coming to the mall in early 2027. The Swedish retailer plans to open a new location in the former Sears space at the north end of the Galleria. The store will feature the full experience of IKEA, including a showroom, marketplace, and Swedish Bistro. Officials say the addition marks a big investment in Western New York, bringing one of the most recognized brands to the region. And there's much more to come on Most Buffalo. Hockey players will hit the ice for a cause. We're talking about the 11-day power play and how you can also help support it. And Most Buffalo continues now, and one of Western New York's biggest fundraisers is returning to the ice. Take a look at this video. The 11-day power play gets underway, if you can believe it or not, Wednesday at Harbor Center, bringing together thousands of players, volunteers, and supporters in the fight against cancer. Now, before the first shift begins, a community welcome party will kick off the event with activities, special guests, and a celebration of the people who just make this incredible event possible. Joining us now is Amy Gold, the executive director and co-founder of the 11-day power play, along with board member Krista DeSpirit. So thank you both for joining us for Most Buffalo. We also have a lot to talk about today, right? So let's talk. For viewers who don't know, what is this event and what does it do for this community?
So the 11-day power play is an event that brings the community together to battle cancer. It began in 2017, and this is an exciting 10 years that we're celebrating. It starts at Harbor Center on June 17th, and it goes until June 28th. And we're ready to have and welcome 2,700 players this year. And we're inching up on our $1.7 million goal, but we need some help. We're at 1.2. And we've been able to raise over $14 million since 2017. Yeah. So, you know, for our community, for Roswell, for Camp Good Days, Make-A-Wish, and Oshai Children's.
And everybody knows someone who is impacted by cancer or touched in cancer in some way. So to raise money for that, how can people contribute? What can they do? Where can they go?
Well, our website, 11daypowerplay.com, we've got a great donate button there right on the homepage, and coming down to cheer on the players. And you know, they've worked so hard all year fundraising, and they're excited to get out there. And we've got merchandise that we sell also on level 7 at the Harbor Center. So those are ways that you can help out and join us.
And Krista, talk to me a little bit about the atmosphere. If somebody has never been to the 11-day power play, what is it like to be in the rink all together, the arena all together?
Oh, it's a great area of energy. It's where Buffalo is best, right? They come together, everybody is there for one goal, to fight cancer. Every player, every volunteer, everyone that donates, and everyone that is a fan in the stands brings that community spirit to the Harbor Center. And it's just it's a really unique, and it's just an amazing opportunity to really be part of the community fighting against cancer.
And I assume so much planning goes into this. So talk to us a little bit about when we started planning and what still needs to be done before we kick off in a couple of days.
So the event, actually, we get started a couple weeks after the event ends, so it does take a full year. We launch our applications for teams in the fall, and help support them throughout the year with their fundraising efforts and educate them on the importance of what we do and the incredible organizations that we support right here in Western New York.
Yeah, and I know that our team, Team 2, has raised more than $17,000. I know Pete Gallivan is gearing up. Our former news director, Jeremy, is gearing up for that as well. And every year they talk about it. It leads up and leads up. And I'm sure everybody who participates, the volunteers, everybody has the same kind of spirit going into there. They just want to get to the 11-day power play day. So if people, aren't participating, when can they show up to these events? Is it I know Wednesday's a kickoff celebration, right? What's the atmosphere like there?
It's fun. It's really fun. And, we drop the puck at 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning. And at night, we celebrate everyone that is involved in the 11-day power play from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have an open skate that starts at 4 o'clock on rink 2. And then our ceremony starts at 6, and then our top 60 fundraisers play against each other in an opening game. And we've got Dan Dunleavy there doing play-by-play for the Sabres. And we've got face painting, balloon making, and the energy is really exciting.
I mean, you think of all the ways that you could connect with the community, and this is it. This is really it. Krista, anything you want to add?
I would just say that this is 24/7 for the next few weeks, right? And so those players and the energy that I talked about, sometimes they need it at any time of the day, especially at night. So the fans bring the energy to the team as well. So please come down, show up, again, anytime.
And we have about 30 seconds left. Is there anything that you guys think I missed, or anything for our viewers who might just be joining us that you want them to know the importance of the 11-day power play?
So the 11-day Powerplay, this is our 10th year we're celebrating, and we just really want the community to come on down and join us and help us get to our $1.7 million goal for local families. I mean, the funds that are being raised stays local, and it's always important to remember that. You know, wishes for kids, allowing kids to go to camp to be with other kids during this difficult time in their life. So we encourage everyone to get involved.
Thank you both for joining us so much for Most Buffalo. We're going to look forward to that event coming up soon, so soon.
Great. Can't wait to see you.
Thanks, guys. And a Western New York family is turning a sudden loss into a mission of hope. Quinn's Kicks for Kids honors the life and legacy of a 17-year-old who died in a drowning accident last summer. 2 on Your Side's Nate Mills is showing us how his memory is being kept alive through a foundation.
Quinn had a super crazy sneaker obsession. All the money he earned doing landscaping with his grandpa Dave, all of his Christmas money, all of his allowance, anything he got, he would take it and buy shoes.
Quinn Krasenberg had style from his shoes to his clothes. So when his family looked for a way to honor his memory, they channeled their grief into something that would represent who he was.
We don't want to remember Quinn with sadness in our hearts. We want to remember Quinn for being awesome, you know, just an incredible young person with so much ahead of him and so much that he wanted to share, and we're trying to do that for him now.
Sharing his personality, his kindness, and his love for sneakers inspired Castle to launch Quinn's Kicks for Kids. The goal is to provide children in Western New York with shoes and school supplies for the upcoming year through donations.
People are always with us as long as we continue to remember them and share their story. And this is just one of the ways that we can help to remember Quinn and all the goodness that he brought to this world.
The bowlers celebrating the impact his kindness left on the people around him.
We had a tremendous outpouring of generosity and love today. There were more people here than I anticipated.
And his loved ones carrying over Quinn's legacy.
I hope he's at peace, and I hope his soul is looking down on us. And I know when he was here, he knew how much that we all loved him. And I think he'll be proud to see his family working together, loving each other and loving him.
And that was Nate Mills reporting. Just so you know, donations of shoes, clothing, and money are still being accepted for Quinn's Kicks for Kids. We have a link with more information to that on our website. And just so you know, this week, a sand sculpture is being built by Eric Jones in Quinn's honor. It will be revealed at Akron Central Schools on Wednesday, June 17th, and that's on Quinn's birthday. Knicks fans have some new gear to sport. Take a look at this as they celebrate their first NBA championship in more than 50 years. Buffalo-based company New Era has unveiled its official 2026 NBA Champions collection, featuring the same hats worn by players during the post-game celebration. The collection also includes several other championship-themed caps for fans looking to commemorate a season decades in the making. Yeah, history there. The gear is available online starting today. And there is so much more to come on Most Buffalo ahead, how a special project is keeping Black history alive, one memento at a time. All right, we are back on Most Buffalo, and this week, the country marks Juneteenth. The federal holiday is observed each year on June 19th. It commemorates the day in 1865 when Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, and informed enslaved Black Americans they were free more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. As Buffalo celebrates 50 years of Juneteenth, we're taking a look at how the personal histories of African American families in Western New York are being preserved. It's part of a Smithsonian effort to reconnect people with their past. Channel 2's Rob Hackford shows us how memories are being saved for generations to come.
Does 8mm,
whether forgotten on film, hidden on DVD, or tucked away on a tape, this small team
we have to add St. John the Baptist
is saving big memories.
He had some VHS tapes
For the National Museum of African American History. This is their community curation project in Buffalo, New York.
Today we're doing a round of pickups and drop-offs.
So this is an incredible service. I'm thankful for this. You want to sign it too, Anusha?
Yeah.
This is a part of her history and her legacy too.
Yeah.
A connection of past and present for historian and author Saladin Allah, saving his family memories and passions neatly on a thumb drive.
I also have a videotape of me and some of my brothers and colleagues when we were in a rap group back over 25 years ago.
His smile, a reminder for media conservationist C.K. Ming of why this work matters.
You get a peek into people's lives, I think, which is always fun. We've also been doing some institutional digitization for St. John Baptist Church and for First Shiloh Baptist Church, as well as for the Michigan Street African American Corridor anchor sites.
Providing safe passage of stories for future generations in cities across America, from leaders, elders, and those who came before.
Buffalo has so much interesting history. You talked about the freedom journey, freedom people escaping slavery. We are not here to collect items or be extractive. We're here to preserve these histories for the sake of the community.
Preservation is what Doug Ruffin was doing in the 90s and early 2000s.
2001 at his home.
Even if he didn't know it at the time.
Kind of like doing it myself, guerrilla filmmaking, and well, these are two good ones right here.
Oral histories and interviews with prominent black Buffalonians like Jesse Nash Jr., Eugene Pierce, and William L. Gator.
People were beginning to become more conscious of their rights.
This is from Reverend Eugene Pierce. We're getting more and more of people needing DVDs. These were family reunions.
The importance of the contents in the eyes of each beholder, a service provided free of charge to save the stories of African Americans who for generations were forced to come and go, but whose history is firmly planted in Western New York.
The whole experience has been an amazing journey.
This kind of initiative is valuable to our communities. You know, we're in an age where a lot of times people take history and our legacy for granted, but having the opportunity to be able to preserve it for our future generations is, you can't even put a price on that.
On your side, Rob Hackford, Channel 2 News.
Beautiful story from Rob there, and we hope you'll join us for a 2 on Your Side special, Buffalo Juneteenth 50 years strong. We look back at 50 years of Juneteenth in Buffalo, and we explore the history, the people, the movement, and the moments that helped shape one of the nation's longest running Juneteenth celebrations. Stream Buffalo Juneteenth 50 years strong for free on the WGRZ app this Thursday. That's also there on your screen. And thank you so much for joining us for Most Buffalo. We will see you back here live on Thursday. And you can always watch Most Buffalo right here on WGRZ+. Thanks so much again for joining us. Have a great day, everyone.